Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends. We're here with 20 questions with Miss Tania. Here we go.
20 crazy questions.
20 crazy questions. Did I just say 20? I remember. I forgot crazy.
Yeah, I can't forget crazy. Crazy is the most important part. Okay, cool. That's what I was doing there. Okay, first question. We'll start off nice and easy, hopefully. Okay. Do you sleep with your bedroom door open or closed?
Closed. Always.
Always.
Closed.
That's cool.
Do you have any guilty pleasure music?
No, that's the first one. Yeah.
Do you have any guilty pleasure music? If so, what is it?
Oh. Whitney Houston.
That's cool. I thought I was going to say the Bee Gees or something, it's hidden somewhere in the back. The Bee Gees.
And Hanson.
Oh, that is guilty pleasure. That is so funny. Okay, if you're having a bad day, what's your feel-good TV show or film that you go to?
Sex and the City.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched the whole thing 46,000 times, I'd say. Or I love, and I'm obsessed with the Housewives franchises, particularly New York Real Housewives and the OC and Beverly Hills. And I like them all. I'm not gonna lie. So, and my husband says, "You're an intelligent woman. Why are you watching this rubbish?" I said, "Because it's like junk food for my brain. It's like, it's so nice. It's like an escape."
I must admit, I've seen bits of them, but I've never really got into it. Not much for reality TV. That's sort of reality TV, anyway.
Yeah, my husband doesn't understand it either, but whatever. He doesn't have to watch it.
No, we're all different, which is always good.
It can make for some good songwriting too.
That's right. And it makes you realize how good your life is when you see the drama that goes through.
Like, I'm good, I'm calm, I'm good, yeah.
It makes our life seem so easy. My life is chill compared to that.
Okay, finish this line. Today, my favorite song is
Last Goodbye. Jeff Buckley. Always. Forever.
Perfect.
Slash and the joke, Brandy Carlisle.
Yeah.
They both play back to back constantly.
Yeah, it's just on repeat.
On repeat. What's your favourite sporting event?
Ooh. Well, the football in Australia, or soccer. My husband calls it football because he's a Pommy. Because the Matildas, the women's soccer team has reached. So that's probably and football is on all the time in my house because my husband is English. He's from England, so I'd have to say the girls, the women in the soccer.
Awesome.
Okay, I love tennis as well. Like I love Wimbledon. I play tennis. I'm very competitive. My sisters play tennis. It's game on. So I do love tennis.
That's cool. What football team does he support?
Oh, Watford. And they're not doing great. Yeah.
Oh, I lived just down the road. When I lived in England, I lived just down the road from Watford. I was in Hertfordshire, just down the road from Watford. So yeah, I know Watford really well.
And I think Elton John used to
own part of them. I think it was them.
Yeah. So Doug is Watford. In fact, when we got married, it was in my wedding vows that I vowed to support Watford as long as they remain in the Premier League, and I don't think they are anymore. So anyway, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, they're trying to stop a bit at the moment, but you never know. They could turn it around.
He has hope.
Those are some serious wedding vows. I'm just saying. Like,
I love that. That man needs a
And his
pat.
whole family kid, because they're all, his dad's Watford, and they're all over from
Watford.
England in Australia for the wedding. So they're like, yeah, Watford.
I love it. I love
So tell us something on your bucket list.
To get to Nashville. That is my next bucket list, is to get myself to Nashville, and I'm going to do everything in my power to get over there and write some songs and record and play, and yeah, definitely, for sure.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Beautiful.
If you could write with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Jeff Buckley and Brandy Carlisle.
Awesome. There you go.
Beautiful.
Very great.
What's the last thing you read?
I was going to say my Instagram post. I'm not a big book reader. No, I'm not. But I did read a book. What was it called? Paul Carter was the author, and it was the funniest. My mum thinks I work on an oil rig. Don't tell her I'm a piano player in a whorehouse or something. Some bizarre title. And I have cried laughing. So yeah, look, Paul Carter. I'll have to Google it and look it up. But
Yeah, send me the recommendation. I'd be interested in that, but it sounds funny.
Oh my God, it's so good. That's probably the last thing I read, which was a few years ago, and I'm ashamed to say that. But yeah, I'm not a big reader, and I don't know. Being a mum, and I work full time, and a musician, I don't have time. Yeah, and I tend to fall asleep when I read.
I do that a lot.
So it's not productive.
I agree. Oh, here you go. Is this it? Don't tell Mum I work on the rigs. She thinks I'm a piano
player in a whorehouse.
Piano player in a whorehouse. Yes. It is. It's on.
It's a great book. It's a great book. Don't read it on a train or anything, because you will be hysterically laughing at points, and there's no stop it. You can't not. So it's a great book. It's a great read.
It's got a 4.3 rating. There you go.
Awesome.
There you go. How cool is that? That's a great name for a book, you have to say. That's a great name for a book.
It got me the title. Actually, one of my friends read it, and he goes, he bought me the book. He goes, you've got to read this. I know you're not a big reader, but just read this. And I did, and he was right.
Yeah, that's a book I need to read. I need a laugh. That's what I need. Okay. If your life was a reality show, what would it be called?
Oh, geez. Oh. I have an alter ego. And her name's Tania Tamworth. So Tamworth is at the big country music town of Australia, like Nashville is to America. And I have this alter ego, Tania Tamworth, and she's a very famous country music star, and fans run and chase her down the road. And so I do these funny videos of Tania Tamworth. So it would have to be Tania Tamworth somehow in the title. In fact, I think we were thinking of renaming the town Tamworth to Tanworth. She's that famous, to bring my name into the Tamworth town. Yes, so Tania Tamworth, you might see her on my TikToks. I've done a few funny videos of her. She's very famous. She loves herself sick. She loves the fame. She does a lot of backstage interviews, that kind of thing. So look her up. She's on my socials, on my Insta and on my TikTok, so you can see what Tania Tamworth. She's an absolute idiot, but I love her.
I love the way you talk about it as a third person.
Yeah, something tells me she might be the person we need to get for the next question.
She is her own entity, and sometimes I'll be talking in a Tania Nichman interview, and Tania Tamworth comes out, and all of a sudden I'm speaking with this deep voice, and I'm very, demure, mindful, and famous, and I know it. So she's a crazy woman, but I love her. She loves the hoop earrings, which pick up foxtail also. They're that big. So it's good.
I do love it.
Oh, okay. So, do you have a game plan for the zombie apocalypse? If so, what is it?
Don't you have to go to the
Which
snow? Do you have to go to the snow? I think I
Yeah, you
I
can see
saw that,
zombies.
or perhaps it was on a previous podcast of yours, in fact, that you must go to the snow.
Cheating.
So
Yes.
I knew that answer. Alternatively, is just to become one. Let's just don't worry about it. Just become one and live forever. That's all I got.
Tania Tanworth will come out and still be famous. She'll be a famous zombie.
God help us. She'd probably be immune. I'd have to say, she'd probably repel the zombies. With her sheer ego. They were just like, yeah, anybody got time for that? Yeah, get away, stay away from her.
Did we say so? There you go. Okay. Which artist would you love to do a duet with?
Oh, I think I've repeated this several times, but I think Brandy or Lainey Wilson.
Yeah.
But then again, I love Bonnie Raitt. I love Bette Midler. I love Whitney's gone. Gloria Estefan. Like I could do, the Judds. I could do all of them. Oh,
We'll put it out there. Any one of them.
Morgan Evans, starts with an M. Morgan. Chris Stapleton. Oh, shut up and take my money. Like anyone.
I love it.
So, if we made a movie about your life tomorrow, who would you want to play you?
Well, she'd have to be obviously very good looking. There's a woman in Australia, and my friends go, "Oh my God, you're just like her." Like her name's Celeste Barber, and she is an absolute scream. And I follow her and I love her. So I think Celeste Barber would play me just quietly. That's who I'd go with.
Oh yeah, see the likeness.
Look her up. She's a scream. Celeste
She's an
Barber.
Australian comedian.
Yes. You have to follow her. She does these videos where there'll be like a model trying on like 16 ways to wear a pair of stockings, and she makes it into a boob tube, and then Celeste Barber does it with her gut hanging out, and it's stuck on her head, and she's pulling her nose up, and she looks like a bank robber, and it's just like trying to be all sexy with it. She's just an absolute cracker.
I've seen her,
and so she takes the piss out of these models that sort of put on a pair of swimmers and sit down by a pool, and then Celeste will do it, but she'll fall in, and her gut's hanging out, and she's an absolute scream. She doesn't take herself seriously. Celeste Barber, she could play me.
That's the best way to be. Android or Apple?
Apple.
So hypothetically, if I called you and said, Tania, I need to hide a dead body, do you know a good place?
Yeah, I do actually. So where I live, we've got a little, it's like a back fence, and then there's a highway. I don't know if you can hear the trucks. We live on the back of the highway, but there's this whole like ditch down, and we throw no one goes down there. And we throw all our like greenway, like tree, if we're cutting trees down, we just, and it just sort of builds up. So we could put the body there. No one would know.
There you go. Sorted. We know what to do in Australia. If you owned a bar, what would you call it?
Oh, it'd have to be something like Tania Tamworth's Tequila Tiki Bar or something like that, like
That sounds good.
Tania Tamworth's, Tipsy Tania Tamworth, something like that. I don't know. Don't mind a shot.
Tipsy Tamworth. I mean, this is a good time
Tipsy
to hold on.
Tamworth.
I was like, yeah.
Tipsy Tamworth. That would be it. There you go.
Tipsy Tamworth, yeah.
Add tequila, tiki onto that. It's a whole, like, you know.
That's a whole.
That's what I was trying to get out, but it just didn't happen. It sounded really good.
That's a franchise.
That is just too many T's.
Yeah. T squared 4 times? No, kidding.
There could be a deal on. You can say that when you're drunk, you get a free drink.
That'd
be hilarious.
That's it.
That's the one.
Yep.
Yep.
We can't even say it.
10 times.
You know.
10 times.
So tell us something you would never do.
Something I would never do. I don't think I'd ever kill someone. I would hope I wouldn't.
At least not intentionally.
But if someone hurt my child, no promises. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a good person, I think.
Taylor Swift, no body, no crime.
Yep.
Correct. There's another T, Taylor Swift. Oh.
We like T's. Okay. What is your guilty pleasure food?
Chocolate. Obsessed. If you get between me and a block of Cadbury honey, your life is over. And I'm very committed to the block. There's none of this, just have one row. Are you a psychopath? You have to finish the block, the whole thing.
I love that. Are you a psychopath?
I just know if you're a psychopath. We have a new podcast going on here. You eat one piece of chocolate.
One scoop of chocolate. You eat the whole, and it's Cadbury's as well, so it's even better. I'm even, that's even better. Cadbury's is the best.
So, last but not least, do you have any words of wisdom that you live by? And if so, what are they?
Be yourself. I've learned that if you live your life, particularly as a musician or a songwriter, trying to be like someone else, I mean, you can be influenced, but just be your authentic self. And like me, I'm a bit crazy, and I say things, and then I have alter egos. My sister says I'm schizophrenic. She said, if you have multiple personalities, Tania, you don't have an alter ego. Not very funny. But yeah, when I allow myself to be that person, people just laugh, and I go, and so don't hide that from the world. Just let your beautiful spirit come out and live your life. This is not a dress rehearsal. And one of the things I've learned after losing Dad was you have to go for it. And that's what I'm doing. I have to, make it count.
Yeah.
Make every day count.
Definitely.
And eat the damn chocolate. Wear the hoops.
Yes. See, there you go. Awesome.
Absolutely. Oh, it's been a pleasure having you, and you're welcome back anytime.
Definitely.
Thank you, girl. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
That was fun. That was great.
And thank you, friends, for joining us for 20 Crazy Questions. Make sure if you haven't checked out the full interview, you go do so now and check out the links and follow Tania and her socials, and keep up to date on the latest releases.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks.
Adios.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.